Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Lebo Lion Loves Marketing. I am Lebo Lion, the voice of marketing in Africa, the host of the Lessons with Lion podcast, social media expert, and an SMME growth strategist. What a mouthful, what an exciting life. I don't regret one bit of it. Today I want to talk about something that is, it's everywhere. Everyone keeps talking about this, and I don't think we actually understand what we mean when we say to people, you need to tell a story, right? I'm sure if you have social media pages for your business or for your hustle or for anything that you're trying to do, they've told you that if you want to grow and you want to grow authentically and you want to grow in this new algorithm, you're going to have to tell a story, right? And it goes past social media. It actually goes into selling generally, selling on the ground, selling online. Whatever you're doing, you have to tell a story if you want to get people's attention and hopefully make a sale. So what do we mean when we say tell a story? What we're saying is you need to engage with your customer in a way that is relatable to them, right? And you also need to reel them in a little bit by telling them a story. So, for example, you can't just go up to somebody and say, buy this chocolate. I made this chocolate, buy this chocolate. That's not going to resonate with your customers. It's not going to resonate with anybody. It's aggressive. You're just disrupting their space. You're not asking for permission. It's not cool, and you will never ever get repeat sales from that kind of strategy. So when you tell a story, what you're doing is you're assessing the landscape, you're assessing the customers, and you're trying to understand what matters to them. Then you're trying to tie that in with what you're selling so that you can create a story that makes sense to them. And all of a sudden, when the person engages with you, they don't feel like they're being sold to. They feel like you're engaging with them and having a conversation with them. And when you have a conversation with a prospective customer, what it does is it gives you more time to get to know them, and it gives you more time to sell. So if I'm selling a chocolate, for example, and I can see that there's a lady who's walking through the mall with her child, and I'm selling my chocolates at the mall, I can go up to her and say, don't kids just love chocolate? But it's so bad for their teeth. Don't you want to try some of our chocolates? They're great, they're low in sugar, and kids love them. Just come try. I'm sure you've had a really long day. So you're not even saying to the person, come and buy my chocolate. You're saying, come and try them. I get what you're going through. I know kids love sugar. I know that kids are a handful, but don't worry. We have this thing that you might just like, and it's applicable to your life, It's a pretty weak example in the sense that I could add more to the story and make it really exciting, but it's just to give you a brief and broad view of what we mean by tell a story. So whenever you're creating content and communication for customers, especially online, you never ever start with the sale. You never ever start with the sales pitch. You always start with a story. Try to find out where your person is, what they like, what they're about, and then create a story and a narrative that fits their lived experience and your product. Show them how your product can address a problem in their lives and fix a problem in their lives or a need in their lives that is not being fixed by anything else in their lives. And by telling a story, you're doing just that in a very smart, very respectful way. And we must also remember that the online space is full of noise. And the only way to break through that noise is to catch people's attention. But how do you catch people's attention when there's so much content out there? The best way to catch people's attention on a noisy platform is to create very specific, attractive content. And the only way you can really do that effectively is by building a story, because when you build a story, it allows people to see themselves in what you're selling, to see themselves in what you're talking about, and that's how they see you over the other noise that's there selling something similar. So don't forget that every time when you're using social media, or even when you're creating a sales strategy and you want to pitch to prospective customers, that you start with a story. Show them how what you do is applicable to their lives. Even in my LinkedIn podcast that you can find on Spotify, SoundCloud, and iTunes, we talk about a value proposition. You have to show somebody how what you do can add to what they are doing. How what you do can improve their lives. So that would also be if you're selling a service instead of a product. You have to show your value proposition, and that value proposition is communicated in a story. So yeah, let me know what you think. How do you tell stories for your customers? Have you done it before? And if you haven't, why haven't you? I'm looking forward to your comments in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And I'll see you next time on the YouTube channel.